Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an Insight. Episode 218. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Devotees, in the previous episode, we were heeding to the Leela related to Dr. Pillai, which elucidates his ailment owing to the guinea ringworms. Being a doctor himself, he tried all remedies, but nothing cured his disease. His legs were swollen, pain was excruciating, and unable to walk. At this situation, Sri Sai Baba decreed that Dr. Pillai be brought on somebody's back to Dwarakamai. Accordingly, he was carried to the masjid, and the most compassionate mother, Sri Sai Baba, made him to sit comfortably. Sri Sai Maharaj instructed him thus: "Stay calm, and you will be quickly relieved from the pain." Listening to this, Dr. Pillai said, "The pain is unbearable, and as per the advice of Nana, I have put a bandage over the affected area." For which Sri Sai Baba said, "Nana is a fool. Remove the bandage immediately, otherwise you will die. A crow will peck on the wound, then you will get healed." The close devotees of Sri Sai Maharaj were aware that he speaks in euphuism. Though none understood the actual purport of this statement, they knew that Sri Sai Baba's assertions will come true. As instructed, Dr. Pillai took off the bandage and rested his back on the bolster given by Sri Sai Maharaj, keeping his legs outstretched. At this juncture, Abdul Baba, the one who regularly cleans the lamps and fixes the wick, came to Dwarakamai. Of the services provided by Abdul Baba, the most important one was to sweep the streets trekked by Sri Sai Baba. Taking care of the hygiene activities related to Sri Sai Maharaj, apart from these, maintained the incessant lamps that were burning in 5 places known as Panchadipams. They are called as Nanda Deep. Nanda means incessant and Deep denotes lamp. Out of these 5, 2 lamps are placed at Dwarakamai, one is at Chavadi, next in Guristan, and other at Lendibag. Abdul Baba would monitor on these 5 lamps all day and night. This is one of the biggest services that he did for Sri Sai Maharaj. This service was not just done for a day or 2, but he continued even after the Mahasamadhi of Sri Sai Maharaj. During the year 1936, when Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji went to Shiradi, he noticed Abdul Baba performing this service. This service of Abdul Baba is of paramount importance because through this we can have the blessed darshan of the holy Nanda Deep even today that has been lit during Sri Sai Maharaj's tenure at Shiradi. The energy from these lamps is so powerful. To make it burn incessantly, Abdul Baba must check the oil and the wicks at regular intervals. This he did even before going to sleep. As devotees of Sri Sai Maharaj, we need to be grateful to Abdul Baba for his unparalleled service. He was so sincere in his service that he would carry a small oil can and go around to check on the lamps and the wick at all these 5 spots regularly. He never bothered for the crowd of devotees around Sri Sai Maharaj at Dwarakamai or what Sri Sai Baba was engaged in. He relentlessly carried on his work. At Dwarakamai, in the Sanctum Sanctorum, there were 2 lamps hanging to the right side of Sri Sai Maharaj, whereas now they are placed on the ground on either side of the niche. Those were the 2 Nandadeeps that were burning ceaselessly at Dwarakamai. Devotees that have visited Dwarakamai must be well aware of the fact that the masjid is a pretty small area and only 1 or 2 devotees can sit on the either side of Sri Sai Baba, and Dr. Pillai was seated with legs stretched to the right side of Sri Sai Maharaj. Apart from him, the devotees that carried Dr. Pillai to Dwarakamai and other devotees that came for darshan were all sitting in that small place. Everyone wanted to be in the proximity of Sri Sai Baba, so they tried their best to sit at a spot closer to him. Thus, the area was overcrowded. Abdul Baba came to Dwarakamai to fill these 2 lamps with oil. There was absolutely no place to walk, so he was managing to place his foot here and there to reach to the lamp. While he was in this plight, by mistake, he placed his foot on the stretched leg of Dr. Pillai that was affected by guinea ringworms. Oh my Sai! At that very second, Dr. Pillai screamed at the pitch of his voice out of pain. His yelling was even heard at Radhakrishna Mai's home. It was an unbearable situation for him. Abdul Baba felt very guilty for stamping the leg of Dr. Pillai, though it was done unintentionally. He felt extremely sorry for causing this intense pain to Dr. Pillai. Pus began to ooze out of the swollen lump. Dr. Pillai couldn't tolerate the pain and was crying. At this circumstance, Dr. Pillai prayed to Sri Sai Maharaj. Let's listen to it as narrated by Hemat Panji. Ho Kareem, that is Allah, will your heart not heed to my pleas? You are revered as Rahman, Rahim, that is the most compassionate one and the most generous one. You are the Sultan of both the worlds, that is the ruler of the worlds. This universe is just an outcome of your miracles. The activities of this world are transient, whereas your glory is eternal. You are the refugee of your devotees. This prayer was in Marathi, sounded like a poem with rhythmic words in it. Sri Sai Maharaj, listening to this, said in a jovial tone, Look, Bhav began to sing, forgetting his pain. Devotees, when you listen to the above prayer, you can make out that there is usage of Arabic words to describe God such as Kareem, Rahman, Rahim and Sultan, and sounds more like a prayer from a Mohammedan. We are aware that Dr. Pillai is a Hindu. Also, Hindus believe that there are 14 worlds, whereas in Islam, they consider that there are 2 worlds, and Dr. Pillai says that Sri Sai Maharaj is the Sultan of the 2 worlds. This poetic prayer of Dr. Pillai was underscored by Marian Warren and Kevin R.D. Shepherd in their Sai literatures to reinforce their thoughts that Sri Sai Baba was a Sufi saint. We are not concerned to know if Sri Sai Maharaj was a Hindu or a Mohammedan. That is insignificant to us. Hence, we are not going to engage in that debate at all. It is very important to know the significance of the 2 lamps at Dwarakamai maintained by Abdul Baba. As we know, Sri Sai Maharaj loves lamps. That's the reason, even while sleeping, he kept the lamps glowing all through night. Be it in Chavadi or in Dwarakamai, devotees are aware that Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji reached the pinnacle in collecting and writing books on Sri Sai Maharaj. He is known as the great apostle of Sri Sai Baba. Maybe very few details were not wrapped by Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji in his books, and those glorifying miracles and astounding details were made known to Sri Sai devotees by Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji. Though he was not well literate, he guided his devotees to write those incredible accounts of Sri Sai Maharaj, and that helped to enhance various information on Sri Sai Baba. Both these chosen angels of Sri Sai Maharaj provided relentless Sai Seva in spreading the glory of their Sadguru Sri Sai Maharaj, and they both were from Tamil Nadu. Many Sai philosophers were led by Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji, and upon his guidance they wrote books on Shirdi and about the embodiment of God, Sri Sai Maharaj. One among those writers is Sri Vinichitluriji, who resided in Shirdi, was under the direct guidance of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji. Vinnima, fondly called by many Sai devotees, dedicated her life in compiling, preserving, researching and documenting life history of the great Sri Sai Baba. One of her books is known as Ambrosia of Shirdi. This means a nectar in Shirdi. This incredible book illustrates in detail how every artifact in Shirdi relates to Sri Sai Maharaj, lists the places to visit in Shirdi, its significance, the philosophies that Sri Sai Baba revealed through these places. This book was penned by Vinnima as per the instructions of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji. Another exciting news is that even Vinnima is associated with Tamil Nadu because when her father was serving in the army at Aravankuruchi in Nilgiris, she was born. As a child, she has sat on the lap of Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji. She has compiled various intrinsic and significant details related to the life history of Sri Sai Maharaj. Thus, her contribution to Sai literature is unsurpassed. We as Sai devotees are greatly indebted to Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji and Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji. Similarly, we must be grateful to Vinichitluriji for her commendable services to Sai world. Ramanathan brother says, I submit my humble thanks to Pujya Sri Narasimha Swamiji as I gather and compile material for these episodes from the exhaustive and authentic information provided by him in all his books. He further adds, I mainly refer to life of Sai Baba and devotees' experiences of Sri Sai Baba to throw more insight on the Leelas and philosophies based on Sri Sai SATCHARITRA. Then, my sincere thanks to Vinichitluri Ma, who, abiding by the directions of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji, authored many books related to Sri Sai Baba in English, purely based on her research on the life of Sai Baba. These books are like an encyclopedia providing various valuable information on Sri Sai Baba. Also, I am thankful to the website Sai Amritadhara that has documented many reliable information about the Sai Mahabhaktas. Likewise, Sai Baba, Miracle Maharaj of Shirdi by Bhojan Rao provides most valuable information about the ardent devotees of Sri Sai Maharaj and Sri Sai SATCHARITRA related details in his blog. In the initial days, Sri Sai Sansthan Shirdi considered him just as a Madrasi sannyasi, but it was Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji who guarded the Duni at Dwarakamai day and night. Sansthan didn't make any arrangements for his stay, so he used a small aluminum sheet as a screen and slept in one corner of Dwarakamai, shrinking his body inside that miniature structure. He was an exemplary Sai devotee of Sri Sai Maharaj and spread Sri Sai Baba's glory throughout the world by directing his devotees to build temples and write books on Sri Sai Baba. He sacrificed his life in the service of Sri Sai Baba. Sri Sai Maharaj exhibited Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji's loving devotion upon him by transpiring a beautiful Leela. One day, Nandadeep lamps were swaying fast as though they were disturbed by the wind. In fact, there was absolutely no disruption from nature. The devotees felt that this is an indication by Sri Sai Maharaj of a bad omen. In a short while, Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji left his mortal coil at his most favorite place, that is Dwarakamai. The moment he merged with Sri Sai Maharaj, the lamps stopped wobbling and remained still, as a testimony to the fact that the great saint Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji has become one with him. These Nanda Deepams were used by Sri Sai Baba as a proof for this. The Samadhi of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji is situated at Pimpalwadi Road on the way to Puntambe, about 2.5 kilometers from the Sri Sai Prasadalai. After Sivanesan Swamiji attained Mahasamadhi, his ardent devotee Zareen Taroparewala, who translated the original Sri Sai SATCHARITRA in English, took the mortal body of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji and placed it in the land owned by her at Pimpalwadi Road and constructed the Samadhi Mandir for her Guru. I sincerely urge all the Sri Sai devotees to go and have darshan of the Samadhi of Pujya Sri Sivanesan Swamiji during their next visit to Shirdi. This Samadhi Mandir releases great positive vibrations that will stir one's spiritual energy and lift them from the fetters of ignorance. The ambience is so soothing and calm, also fulfills the desires of the devotees. Getting back to the original thread, devotees might wonder, why did Sri Sai Maharaj make Abdul Baba to stamp the leg of Dr. Pillai? This is very intriguing. Ramanathan brother says this stamping of the leg has given the effect of performing a surgery on Dr. Pillai's afflicted leg. It is already decided by Sri Sai Maharaj that the guinea ring worms in Dr. Pillai's leg to be cured only through an operation. If we recall this Leela, we can notice that the process was just like conducting a surgery. The first step is to prepare the patient by placing him in a most comfortable position. In concurrence to this, rather than making Dr. Pillai to sit on his usual spot, that is to his left side, strangely he was made to sit on to his right side, next to the Nandadeep, and Sri Sai Baba instructed him to rest his back to the bolster and keep his legs stretched and lie down calm, and when no one expected, Abdul Baba came there and stamped Dr. Pillai's leg, which was the surgery. Is this being the first time that Sri Sai Maharaj conducted this kind of operation, or has he done any prior to this? If yes, how and to whom? We shall heed to those interesting Leelas in the coming episode. Bo to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.